What is going on, guys? Thank you very much for tuning in. Today, we're going to be talking about your careergasm. And yes, when I mean that we're talking about your careergasm, I'm talking about the orgasm of having your feel-good way to work. Whatever it is that you want to do in life, whatever it is, you can't make it about the money. Is it about the money? Yes, but you will never be satisfied or satiated enough if you are always chasing the money. The money is good. The money helps. Everybody loves money. But the true bliss comes when you get someone else's feedback that isn't your own, and they're telling you that your work is like awesome. When they say, hey, bro, I took your free course, the Applicant To Hired Masterclass, which you can get down below, and I got the job I wanted. I'm like, that is so awesome. I'm like, yeah, I didn't even have to pay a resume writer. Thank you so much. That was true value. That is my careergasm. Whenever somebody uses one of my products or they use one of my books and they say, your book allowed me to do X, Y, and Z, or your course allowed me to do X, Y, and Z, that's when you experience your careergasm. Now, I've been reading back and forth, just bits and pieces. I like to read about 10 pages every night, and I recently just kind of had to, I gathered my thoughts for Careergasm. It's by Sarah Vermunt. Find Your Way to Feel Good Work, bullshit-free advice to help you get after it. I love this book. I love the title. It's a really good title. It's really catchy. And I gotta say that if my book is about discovering your purpose, just more establishing your identity, this is establishing your workplace identity. So I want you to know the distinction. This is about your personal self, your identity, who do you want to serve, who are you, and this is you establishing, once you know who you are, what career path do you need to take? Sarah Vermunt, I gotta tell you, thank you very much for this book. I really enjoyed that. You put in a lot of effort for that. So again, it was just really cool to get a different insight on more of the workplace. Today, minus the resume writing I do, minus the career coaching, minus the organizational development that I love doing, let's talk a little bit about finding your passion. But I want you to know that you have to have passion before profit. And if you can't, and again, you can't make it about the money because then you'll never be satisfied. And I want you to eventually be so satisfied enough you get your careergasm. So career coaching one-on-one is finding your path. Now, a lot of people say, oh, I need to discover my purpose. I need to find my path. Don't go to college if you're trying to find your path because you're just going to invest a whole bunch of money trying to figure out what you don't like. Finding your path, from what I learned in Careergasm, is you have to try different things. You have to try it. You have to take that course, take that online course. There are so many free online courses that you could take. You might as well look onto it on a YouTube video and see if that's something for you. Or better yet, I'm going to take the doctor, accountant, lawyer thing. Let's say you want to be a physical therapist. You saw YouTube videos and then you start learning about anatomy and physiology and all this kind of science stuff and it intrigues you. And then you work for a physical therapist's office and you're like, I don't really like the office setting. Well, then question is that something that you really want to do? Do you see how we're talking about? Actually work for a physical therapist's office. Do the billing. Volunteer. Just say, hey, I'm here to just shadow. Do you mind if I just shadow? And they'll most likely tell you, yes, that's you providing value. I'll sweep, I'll mop, do something. But you can't say that you want to be a physical therapist if you've never actually worked in a physical therapist's office. You also can't say that you want to be a physical therapist and you hate the fundamentals of anatomy and physiology. It's just never going to work. So you don't choose your path. You don't find your path. You don't discover your path. You create it by actually trying it, actually doing it. So there is tip number one. You don't know if you have not tried. And if you have not tried, start looking, start discovering, and keep going. Tip number two is don't follow the money. Well, you also want to ensure that don't chase the fame. Don't chase the wealth. Don't chase the status. A lot of people say, I want to become a lawyer so I can become rich. Do you know how much lawyers make fresh out of college? Some make anywhere from $40,000, maybe 60 to 110. A lot of them don't make a lot of money because they have $300,000 in student debt. So $100,000 per year. Then you have a mortgage, an apartment, rent, you have a baby. How much do you actually take home? There are some people who make 60 grand a year that make more or take home more because they don't have the debt. So I want you to be able to take that. At the core fundamental of experiencing your careergasm, of finding your career choice, of finding your purpose, of discovering it and creating it over time, you need a skill. So tip number 2 is to find that skill. Whatever skill it is that you want to do. If you want to be a lawyer, accountant, doctor, something like that, understand that you still need knowledge and the ability to acquire that skill. You need to learn information to be able to perform a skill. Whatever it is that you do, you need skills. And I'm sure you already heard Jason Capital, high income skills. Now, there are some skills that people pay more for and some skills people pay less for. If you do data entry, that's a $10 an hour job. But if you do bookkeeping and tax accounting, that's probably a $100,000 a year job if you're really good at it. So whatever path you decide to use, understand that the fundamental is to acquire a skill. Don't chase the fame. Don't chase the money. See if whatever it is that you want to do, can you acquire the skill and can you do it better than anybody else? And 3 is don't follow mainstream America. Mainstream is, again, don't go to college. I am telling you, I want to take a little bit of perspective of myself. Am I an author? Yes. I wrote this book. Who the fuck am I? I self-published the fuck out of this. 1, because I just don't want to go through a traditional publishing company. And 2, I didn't want to stress myself out of having to tell someone why they should buy my book and my rights and deal with royalties and having to pay agents. No. Like, just let me get this fucking book out of there and then I'll figure out the rest. Careergasm, traditionally book published. But again, her and I, me and Sarah, we both wrote this book. I may have a minor in English doesn't mean I'm the best writer, but I have a book. And the fact that I took enough action because I wasn't overseeing my skill set, and I knew for sure college was just a place for me to get information, the skill that I used to, again, write a book was me learning on YouTube. Not only was I learning on YouTube, I was listening to podcasts. I was making my notes. I was reflecting back and trying again and again. And then I got other people's insights. And even when to write my book, writing my book took me like 8 months to do it. I also bought Published, The Proven Path to Blank Page to Published Author, and then Publish, Promote, Profits, The New Rules of Writing, Marketing, and Making Money with a Book. I use those 2 resources along with other outside resources to acquire a writing skill to publish a book. And that is what I want you to know. Tip number 3, don't go to college when you can acquire skill. Does a degree help? Not anymore. I mean, honestly, more people are more inclined to see certifications because in the word certification, there's certi or certi. And with certi, certi comes certainty. You see how that is? You're certified, so there's certainty, less guesswork. So I want you to understand that whatever it is that you want to do, whatever path that you want to go to, you need information to acquire a skill that will generate you money, and that is what your way is to a careergasm. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about today's video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, make sure you leave me down below what you're looking for, how I can help you. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I am now on LinkedIn, Pinterest, Tumblr, also on TikTok. Until next time, guys, stay tuned. Take care.